You know, I was brought up looking at superheroes as people that wore capes and tights. And when I think about that now, it doesn't work for me because the superheroes that I'm surrounded by every day are the superheroes that grew up in this community.
How was class?
It was good, sir. We know active back punch and now match your spine instead of putting out your hands. You get to hit your body.
All right, you got to practice in order to get better, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, get out of here.
My name is Ernest Frohm III. I'm the master instructor of Fromm's martial arts. I started martial arts in 1977 in Richmond, California at the YWCA. My mother walked in one, I believe it was summer, and said to me, I signed you up for Taekwondo classes. And I quickly, as a young boy would say, turned around and said, it's Taekwondo, Mom. And she says, okay. And I said, I don't want to do it. And she says, I didn't ask you.
1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come grab your bag. Yes,
The reason I stuck with martial arts is I believe I was just an awkward kid. You know, I was an artist early on. Sports just didn't speak to me. I attempted to play baseball, I believe, and it didn't speak to me. Football, I knew that, you know, someone giving me a ball and someone chasing me for that ball, that was not me. Throwing the ball through the hoop meant nothing to me. And all those things are fine, but they just didn't speak to me. And I think really that was because my instructor didn't do it. That was the man in my life. There was my mom, and my mom wasn't into sports either, but Master Taylor, he was a martial artist. He was a martial artist from beginning to end, and I was emulating him all the time.
Now, strong kios, ready?
My name is Joshua May. I'm a head teacher here at Fromm's Martial Arts. I started with Master Fromm when I was roughly about 16 years old. At the time, I believe that Master Fromm's school, it was really, really hardcore. To Mr. Fromm's school, it was real. I remember the carpet floors. I remember running across the floors and getting skin burns and my knees getting all skint up. It was grimy, it was gritty, it was real. It really made something.
We're teaching people to have self-worth. And that's very important. A lot of times what we're doing is check this app out. And that app isn't doing anything for us. That app is keeping us from giving eye contact. It's important for us to show the students what real life is gonna look like.
Again, ready, go! Again, ready, go! One more, ready, go! Ready, understand?
In my life, there would be times where I had issues with my mom or I had issues at home, and he would show up at the house. He wasn't the kind of instructor that would wait until you get to the dojo. He was like, I gotta nip it in the bud right now.
Everybody needs, I guess as you call, a mentor. I need other teammates. We're teaming up to battle all these ugly, disgusting, insidious things that are happening right in front of our noses. That's what happens on this floor. We say it, you know, sweat on the mats or bleed on the streets. And that's more than just a metaphor. That is actually how I live my life. I do what I need to do on this mat, so that when I walk these streets, when I walk this earth, I don't have fear.
I watched Master Fromm teach us in a way that there were no genders. There weren't like the girls had to do 5 push-ups, the boys had to do 15 push-ups because they're stronger. The girls had to do just as many push-ups as us.
That's what happens in here. And so when a parent, you know, comes to me and says, you know, you're being hard, or, you know, the staff is being hard, I usually say yes. And that's why we're here, and that's what you signed up for. You didn't sign us up to play games with your child.
What did I say? One person being weak. Do you understand? Your hand on your chest. Keep your hand on your chest when you kick. On your toes, let's go. I know it's hard, but that's why we practice. Side A. Ready, go!
I don't want to be a people pleaser. That's not who I am. I'm here to teach martial arts. We're all on this earth for that long. And so since I'm here, I have something to do, I have something to say. And at the end of our creed, we say, we have something to say, sir. And what that means is our nonverbal communication is so much more important than the foul words that come out of our mouth. A lot of times, I think we ruin great silence with nothing to say out of our mouths.
Mr. Fromm taught us that we had to be accountable to each other. We had to be accountable to our friends, our students, our families. We had to be able to reach out, and it was always more than just you. And he showed that in everything he did.
I'm getting these students ready for life outside of here. This is a microcosm of what goes on out there. Our boys and young men here in East Oakland are faced with the lack of men stepping up and showing themselves. They're faced with lack of opportunity or the ability to see the opportunity.
Master Fromm.
Yes, sir.
On behalf of Mentoring Kings and Fromm's Martial Arts, we graciously present to you the Mentoring King Award, sir.
Thank you, sir. I so appreciate this.